Okay, I think we are live. Hey guys, thank you for joining me. I'm Trina Johnson. I'm the co-owner of Amazing Speaks, which is an international speaker training company where we help speakers find their voice, set their platforms, and get on stage. So anyway, tonight I wanted to talk to you about visualization. Visualization is one of those processes that I believe really can help speakers. I mean, it can help everyone in all areas of life, but especially if you're a speaker. If you can learn how to visualize, then every speech will just go magically. You'll get the audience responding the way you want them to. You will get the right people signing up for your programs. Visualization is a very, very strong tool. Okay, and it very much is along the lines of a vision board, but it's a very different process. And I was originally introduced to this process through Hal Elrod's, that's Hal, H-A-L, Elrod, A-L-R-O-D, his Miracle Morning. And if you haven't read that book, you absolutely need to, and you need to incorporate some of his processes into your routine. Now, he sets up his miracle morning with what he calls life savers. So, savers, S is silence. Sit in silence, pray, meditate. Do that for a couple minutes. Just get yourself centered, right? That one I understood. I knew when he said silence, I knew what to do. Then affirmations. I knew what affirmations were, right? Affirmations are things that you say to yourself that are positive. The I am statements, I am worthy. I am a child of God. I am filled with gratitude for this, that. I am, I am, I am. I understood what affirmations were. Then the V is visualization. Come back to that in a minute. Exercise. I knew what exercise was, right? I know how to get up and do stretches and do jumping jacks and, take some yoga poses, whatever. I understood what exercise was every day, so that wasn't a problem. The R was reading. Read something positive every single day, right? Fill your mind with positivity. And it doesn't have to be just self-help books. It can be reading a biography of someone amazing. It can be reading articles about good things going on in the world. It's like finding blogs that are about positive stuff, but reading something every single day. And then the S is scribing or journaling. I knew that was, I've been keeping a journal since I was probably fourth or fifth grade. So I understood the power of writing out things and, just emptying your mind and writing. So of his savers, silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, of those 6 things, 5 of them I was doing in my life anyway, but I was really not visualizing. And I'll be honest, when I read Al Elrod's description of visualizing, I didn't get it, right? It was, I mean, I understand. I mean, think of something, hold it in your mind, make it as real as possible and let it go. But I really had trouble doing it. I really, really did. Until I found this other process called visioneering. Now, I actually came to visioneering through Bob Proctor and his partner, Sandy Gallagher. But as soon as I started, I kind of saw a video, then read some of their information about visioneering, and it was like beginning to click. And then I found that there was a whole book on visioneering by Andy Stanley. Now he is a pastor, and his book about visioneering is really about opening yourself up for God's will to come in and for you to fulfill your purpose. So I knew about the Bob Proctor, which is more spiritual based originally, and then was introduced to the Andy Stanley version of visioneering. And they are close, a little bit different. But let me tell you a little bit about visioneering and the process. And I am telling you, this is a powerful, powerful process to do. So visioneering, it's, it's something, again, it has to be done consistently. It can be done once a day, twice a day, 5 times a day, however. But the more consistent you get at it, and the more you can really master this process, the faster you're going to see things change in your life. Okay, so first, to start visualization or visioneering, the first thing you have to do is you have to get quiet. You have to take a deep breath. You have to really center yourself and be quiet, kind of quiet the chatter in your mind as much as you can. Okay. And then take a couple deep breaths. For me, I take 7. I don't think anything ever told me that you have to do 7, but for me, 7 deep, deep breaths, just as deep as you can, hold it, and then let it out as fully as you can. Do that 7 times, okay? Just a right? 7 times. Do that as much as you can. The whole time you're just thinking about your breath. You're not really going forward anything. You're just trying to clear your mind, trying to get into an open, receptive state. Okay, so once you get into that relaxed state, what you're going to do, and this is the part that I missed, is you want to bring up a memory. You want to, before you even start this, think about an emotion that when you achieve whatever you want to do, what emotions are you going to feel, right? Are you going to be ecstatically happy? Are you going to be, really, really proud? Are you going to just be relieved? Are you going to be, what are the emotions that you're going to feel? Identify the emotion that you're going to feel first, okay? So you're going to get yourself into a quiet state, take 7 deep breaths, and then you're going to go back into your memory bank and you are going to pull out a memory. You're going to pull out a memory, all right, that had you feeling the way you want to feel when you achieve this goal, right? For me, a lot of times it's going to be like just ecstatically happy. And the memory that I bring up, it's silly, and I want to share it with you though, is there was a day that 4 of my girlfriends, we played hooky from school. Yes, we did. And we went and bought sandwiches at a Subway shop. I mean, I remember this day so well because I've been going through the memory a lot. And we drove to a park outside of Cleveland, Ohio, and the 4 of us were going to have lunch and chit chat or whatever. And there was a sledding hill, and we ran up the hill. I mean, I don't remember exactly which friend. I'm pretty sure I know which friend said, "Hey, race you to the top." We all ran up the hill, and then we all started rolling down. And you guys, when I tell you that we were laughing hysterically on the way down as we rolled down, and then we all got to the bottom and we were dizzy and goofy and we were all standing up and falling over and doing whatever. And we laughed and laughed and laughed. And I'm telling you, we laughed some more. Like we were all crying. We laughed so hard. And then we were trying to eat lunch and we were just on a roll. We were just, everything in the world was funny that day. And when we got home, I don't think any parents knew that we had skipped school, honestly. But I was in such a great mood that day. I was so happy. For me, that was like a perfect day. I was with good friends. We were laughing. I felt loved. I felt supported. I felt that everything was right with the world that day. I was exactly where I was supposed to be with the people I was supposed to be, and it was just perfect. And so before I go into visioneering, I sit and I relive that day and I go into as much detail. I mean, I can tell you that my one friend with dark hair with the glasses, that she had a brown and white shirt. And another friend had on a t-shirt that I think was gray. And it's like I just try to pull up that memory as much as possible and relive it. And I keep that in my mind until I'm laughing. And seriously, anymore, you guys, and when I'm in this process, I get to laughing like pretty, and I will like sit here in my other chair there and just start laughing. But that's the key. You've got to get an emotion. You've got to be feeling something. It may be, the birth of your child, or, your wedding day, something that really made you emotional, or, you know, the day, something that was really, really emotional. But once you have that emotion and you're laughing, for me, laughing a little bit or whatever, then you hold on to that emotion, and then you switch to what you want to accomplish. And you continue laugh. For me, I'm continuing to laugh as I go. And when I'm on stage, the audience is going to react, and there's going to be two women over here that are immediately going to want to buy my program. And, when I get to the back of the room, I'm going to have a line of people, and I'm going to need like 3 people to help me because I have so many sales. And just really describe what it is that you want to happen. And the whole time trying to hold on to that emotion. Hold on to the emotion. Make it emotional. That is the trigger, right? That is the trigger for visioneering, is make it emotional so that you can feel it, and you can just feel how much fun it's going to be to have all those people just stand. It's like I got a standing ovation, and I can't believe it. It's going to be so wonderful. And 3 people are going to come up, and they're going to ask me questions, and they're going to want to buy my book. And you go on like put in as much detail into this visioneering as you can. Okay, just as describe what you think you're going to be wearing, and what the room is going to look like, and go into as much detail as you can, right? And hold on to it as long as you can. But as it starts to fade, as you start to really not see it anymore, and you kind of lose the emotion, you have to let go of it, and you have to just say, let it be, and relax and let it go. Then wait a couple minutes. Then wait like 2 or 3 minutes. Sit for a minute, take maybe another 7 deep breaths kind of thing. And then have a piece of paper and write down what it is that you saw that you want to happen. And you can write down, I was speaking to a group of women. I think there's 70 to 80 in the room. I'm talking on this topic. At the end, everything went so well. They really, they clapped several times. At the end, I got a standing ovation. 3 women, interrupted me and said they wanted to sign up for my program. When I went to the back of the room, there were people standing in line, and I had 2 volunteers already taking credit card number. It's like, whatever it is, write it all out. Just write it. And then at the end, after you write it, at the bottom, just say, let this be, let this happen, close it up, walk away, right? Don't think about it again until the next time you're in the visioneering mode, right? So the next morning, do the exact same thing. Get quiet, and then do 7 deep breaths. And then start to go into your memory, right? And so, like, for me, I could almost immediately start laughing, because I know exactly. I'm like going, I am running up that hill, and I am rolling down, and we are all laughing. We're all like acting like drunken fools, and we weren't even drunk. We were just dizzy, but we were just laughing hysterically. And we sat there and we ate sandwiches, and it was just such an emotional day, right? And then as soon as I start to feel that, I can immediately go to my vision and put it out there and go, this is what I want to happen. You guys, it is so powerful. You do it a couple times, The minute you do it, you're releasing into the universe that vision, what you want. And when you put emotion behind it, that just makes it that much more powerful, right? So that is kind of visualization, visioneering. Now, the same kind of process works with your vision board. If you create a vision board, what you should do before you should look at your vision board every day. But as you're doing it, take some deep breaths, and then look at those whatever the articles are that you have on your vision board, and imagine what those things mean to you and try to assign emotion to them. Like when you get that new car that you have on your vision board, how are you going to feel? How does that car make you feel? When you buy that new house, how do you feel? Right? It is all about the emotion. It is all about the triggering. Um, I mean, it really is such a fabulous process. But again, go through, I highly recommend that you read Al Elrod's The Miracle Morning. Look at Andy Stanley, Visioneering. And then Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher have also some videos and some instructions on their version of Visioneering. And I highly recommend it because honestly, you will become such a better speaker, and every speaking engagement that you do will just flow like, I mean, it'll go like clockwork, and you will get better and better and better if you put this into your life. All right, that is it for this month, and hope you have a great December, and we'll talk with you later. All right, guys, bye.